This is Sean J. Grindmaker, Sean Grind, and today I'm talking to one of my favorite producers slash beat makers who goes by the name U4. How you doing, good sir?
Good, man. How you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. So to start, what's your musical background?
I started making music around 2005, 4. Basically was inspired by my brother. He made music with his homeboy, and I just picked up Fruity Loops 3.4 and went from there, pretty much.
Yeah. So growing up, what kind of music were you around? Like, what were your parents and family listening to?
My mother, she was real heavy into like 90s R&B music. Her boyfriend at the time, he was into like old school hip hop. So I got a good balance growing up.
Yeah. So you're self-taught musically. Like, what has that entailed for you? How did you get into making beats? Even though you just said it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just having no life, being in the house all day, just playing video games and, trying things out.
Yeah, was there one thing that triggered it for you? Because I know like a couple producers had there was a game on PlayStation. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like MTV Music Generator.
I mean, I did Music Maker.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. So you've gone by the name Treasy occasionally. Does your musical output under that name differ at all to that of yours as U4?
Just the U4 material is much better. Just Treasy is just like early production stages. Yeah. But there's no difference.
Yeah.
Same feel.
Yeah. So where does the U4 name derive from?
Well, I was listening to this project by Maroof and Iman Omari, Euphoria, and I basically got the idea from that. I was listening to that like every day, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pearl, which I think dropped in, was that April or May?
April.
Yeah. Was your first EP since Treasy, or TRZY, released almost 4 years ago. Why did you wait so long to release another project?
I don't know. It just seemed like just dropping beats on SoundCloud was working. And it was kind of hard to do a project. And yeah, that's basically it. Cool.
So you're about to drop Close Your Eyes on the 7th of October, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So what were the biggest differences in crafting Pearl and Close Your Eyes? Because I don't know if you'd agree, but like Pearl almost seems like a series of individual tracks that you're left to kind of find your own connection between. And Close Your Eyes is much more of a complete body of work in those 5 songs.
Well, Pearl, it's basically a tribute to my grandmother. I just wanted to, she passed away, but I wanted to like show her like what I've been doing.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. That's basically what Pearl was about, and Close Your Eyes is about, my life, 2015, 2016, just trying to document it in a way.
Yeah. So the artwork for Close Your Eyes was designed by No Future, and it's beautiful. What was the concept behind it, and how did you come across No Future?
I was looking for like artwork, and he just hit me up in my email, surprisingly, and said he wanted to work with me. And basically, he just told me to take pictures of myself, and I just let him have creative control over the art,
Yeah. It works really well, so, because, I mean, it's called Close Your Eyes, and then there's a whole bunch of, I guess it's all your faces then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sent him the music in the early stages.
Yeah.
Got a feel for it.
Yeah, so he wasn't just going off the top of the dome, he actually was influenced by the music as well.
Yep.
Cool. So the project appears to be rooted in expanding your mind and consciousness. And the closer samples Roy Ayers' classic jam, The Third Eye. Was it intentional to sample Roy Ayers for this project? And how did that song come together?
It was, I don't know, it just happened, and I was just really feeling that beat, you know, and I kind of build everything else around that beat.
Okay, so the whole EP came together from that beat, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that project's being released through Flo-Fi, who've been a little bit quiet lately. How did you get acquainted with them and join them? Because I think you were with them quite soon after they started, right?
I think I joined around 2 years ago. They just been a fan of my music, and Radical the Kid, he used to live here, and I seen him at a couple local events, and he helped me, you know, join Flo-Fi. So,
yeah. So Baltimore, where you're from, has a number of up-and-coming producers. How would you describe the scene for your style of music there?
I think it's growing. I still find, like, you know, hidden gems here and there, you know, but I feel like it's growing. It's going to get to the, I feel like I wanted to be like, you know, the LA scene, but it's slowly getting there, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of producers that you represent out there, are there any that you could specifically mention, or are you kind of keeping them quiet for now?
DK the Punisher, Tech is from here.
Yeah.
J-Rob, Action Bastard, Urban Shaman. It's quite a few.
Yeah. Because you talk to, like, I think you have quite a close relationship as far as producers go with, like, Techloon and J-Rob. Do you get to see them often, or is that more of an online connection?
I see J-Rob here and there. Tech just moved.
He's in LA now, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once, like, at a certain point in time, we all seen each other, like, regularly at local shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Some of you are quite connected to Lamadon, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me what that movement is and what they do in Baltimore?
It's just a collection of artists, ranging from, like, painters, rappers, producers. It's just, they did this weekly, it's called Beat Trip. That's basically where all of us met and came together. So this is promoting Baltimore music to the world, pretty much, putting people on.
Yeah, I think I have a few of the Beat Trip samplers that were released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you were or are part of a collective called The Umbrella Method, which was a group of talented producers, including Weird Inside at one point and Earl. What made you guys form a collective, and what's going on with it right now?
It was just like Skatins, Earl, Joshua, and, you know, we used to hang out a lot, and most of them moving to Cali now, so we was just hanging out every day, and they just approached me saying they wanted to create a team. That's basically how it started, and then we brought Weird Inside along. I think it's you know, it's coming along. We just gotta, you know, get on the same page, and they want me to move out there, so.
Do you think you're gonna do it?
I want to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a whole lot of people are moving around there.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've collaborated with the Beat House Collective quite a few times, featuring at a number of their shows and on their 10 Deep EP. How did you connect with them?
Fresh Daily, he ate emailed me about doing a show with VHBL, and it was a couple casts, but yeah, that was my first New York show. After that, we just build a relationship. I think I did 2 other shows with them too.
Yeah, cool, man. So a couple weeks ago, you were at the Complex headquarters in New York with your homie Dazzo Dave. Yeah, how did that come about, and how did you find it? Like, cause that was a special experience for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. One of my good friends who I've known on Twitter for like 8 to 7 years.
Wow.
She hooked that up for me. She works at Complex, so she said she was gonna get that job and try to, put me on, and that's what happened.
Yeah. That was cool, man. So how long have you known Dazzo Dave? Is his name actually Dave? Because I have no idea.
David, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 3 years, 4 years, 3 or 4 years. Yeah, we did a track called Mrs. Tropical Punch years ago.
Yeah. And he reached out to you, or you found him somewhere, or who knows?
It was so long ago. Yeah.
All right. So I feel like you guys have collaborated quite a few times, and after that gig, you released the track. I think it's called Friends, right? Yeah. So, what makes you feel like Dazzo Dave is an artist to watch and one to blow? I mean, I already know he's dope, but what was it about his flow and his style or whatever that made you feel like this is someone that people need to pay attention to, and I need to pay attention to as well?
It's just his delivery, his charisma, lyrics, very funny. His ear for beats is great. I
mean, of course, he picks you.
Yeah. Just like that. He's just an overall dope artist. He's like the main guy I'm pushing. Like, once the industry know about him, then it's a wrap.
Yeah. Man, that's exciting. So your SoundCloud bio used to say that you're an artist first and a producer second. What did that mean to you?
I don't want to be just the producer behind the boards type of guy. I look up to like Flying Lotus, so I want to model my brand as an artist first, instead of just a guy that sends beats to people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's a common misconception about beat makers as well, especially in the lo-fi genre, that people just seem to think that you're a producer, and you're like, even just the term beat maker is almost like it's not an accurate description of what one does, because there's way more artistry involved than what that term might denote. So yeah, man. Like, so Flylo just went into movies, or well, I've not seen any of them, but he's going into movies, isn't he? Do you see yourself doing anything beyond music in that regard, or I mean, maybe rapping, or is the world your oyster right now?
I'm definitely open to it. I'm just trying to do anything creative.
Yeah.
Just to stay afloat.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you have any like one field that you could see yourself going into, or you're just cool with whatever?
I'm really into painting right now.
Yeah, I forgot about that, because you keep putting stuff up on Instagram and on Twitter. Yeah, it's dope, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It's just an escape from, I had to get away from music at times.
Yeah. I like how a lot of different producers, like Weird Inside, for example, who I interviewed a while back, and Froyoma, if you know him. Yeah, all these guys are like putting out artwork, even Whereas Alex as well as beats, and just like speaking through different mediums. It's dope, man. Yeah. So if you had to choose one song that defines you four, what would it be?
Probably Come In. it's coming in parentheses demo. I feel like that's where I'm headed musically. Yeah.
So how is that different to your previous work, or what does that represent about your new direction?
It says to me that, you know, I just want to stop caring about what people think of like my music and just create without, you know, having that influence on me. I feel like Come In is like its own thing. It's not inspired by anything else. It stands on its own.
Yeah, it's on its own plane.
Yeah.
So speaking of people and what they think of you, what's the biggest misconception people have about you or your music?
That I'm famous. I don't know. A lot of people say that, but I just see myself as a regular guy that makes music, you know.
Yeah.
As far as my music, I don't want people to think that I just make this one sound. I could do multiple things. You know, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you get recognized like when you're going out at all? Like, and I'm sure you must get recognized at like the beat trips and whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, that's you four. Straight out.
that happens.
Yeah.
People stare at me. I don't know what that's about, but
that's awkward. Like they should at least do something about it, right? Yeah.
It is.
So, if you could change one thing about the scene that your music exists in, what would it be?
Less egos. Just create music and build relationships. Keep it at that. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I feel you. I realized that you've actually like collaborated with a lot of people. As far as vocalists go, I don't think people realize just how extensive your body of work in terms of collaborations is. So how do those usually work? Is it like usually the case where someone will spit on your beat and be like, hey man, like is it alright if I use this beat? And you're like, well, actually this is kind of dope. Or like what do you look for when someone collaborates with you?
I have to be like a fan of the artist, you know. Sometimes I'm chilling with artists like, say, Joy Pastel. I was just chilling with her and I played a remix I made and she just started singing the hook. And I was like, can you want to, collaborate? That's how that happened. Sometimes people would just rap on my beats and send it to me. It's, it depends, Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't,
Yeah, I think it's a really big thing in terms of hip-hop beats, especially now with so many guys being on SoundCloud, that a lot of people are just starting to use and abuse producers' beats without permission, and even sometimes like try and sell them on iTunes, which is super shady.
Yeah, that happened to me once. But I think it just comes with the territory.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Eloquent posting this thing about some guy who stole his beat, uploaded it. Eloquent and Dutch Massive, all these other guys found out, were like calling him out through Instagram. Then he took it down, re-uploaded it with new drums that he added, and it was just a whole palaver. Like, it's
That's
a shame, man.
Too.
Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, so aside from yourself, what artists should we be on the lookout for? And Does or Dave?
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but it's so many.
All right, can I change the question slightly?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but this might get us an answer. So I guess you use iTunes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to your iTunes and look at like the last person you added to your iTunes, if you saw what they added, I mean, maybe that would give us a unique name.
You mean like just like a major label artist?
I mean,
or just
maybe not. I mean, someone that you think that people should be looking out for. So that could be someone as big as like Currency, who I rate as like overlooked, even though he's known. or someone as small as someone on SoundCloud that has like 200 followers?
Oh, I know one. Should I say that?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, if you're comfortable.
I would say look out for Linus Complex. It's two brothers, Johnny Curse and Jason Curse. They make jazz music, lo-fi music, country. They do it all. They actually mixed my project, Close Your Eyes.
Oh wow, okay. And that's Linus?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Maryland.
Cool, man. Yeah, so what are your plans for the next 12 months that you can share?
I'm hoping I can tour. Just trying to figure everything out with that and basically travel.
Yeah. Have you traveled much before or?
Not really. New York here and there, but that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. So in terms of like traveling, where would you love to go? Like where's kind of like your goals in or outside of America?
Japan. That's number one.
Man.
Yeah.
You need to get out there.
I know.
Yeah.
Berlin. I have a lot of listeners in Berlin, surprisingly.
Yo, Germany respects real hip hop, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Australia. Yeah, I just want to travel, see the world.
Yeah. That's cool, man. As in terms of music, is there anything coming or?
After Close Your Eyes,
Yeah.
I'm looking to, keep working on projects. Since I feel like I gotta keep building momentum,
Yeah. So it's not going to be another 4-year gap.
No.
That's good to hear, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, the project is amazing. It flows from start to finish just beautifully, man. So
Thank you.
yeah, you've come a long way. Yeah.
Trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Much respect to you, man. But yeah, that's it for the questions. Thank you so much for the interview.
No problem, man.
Yeah.